Come on, mate.
Ready when you are, man, JJ. Take the reins.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Season. Did you hear what we said about season
3, episode 1, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3, episode 2.
1.
Nah. You can't get me started on this like that, man.
I'm not gonna lie, my brothers, you lot are kickstarting off the first, so you give me, you gotta wear it like this is your book. This better be sick without the flu.
Alright. Yo people, welcome to Checkpoint. This is season 2, episode 3.
What?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to hold it in. Ben done 3 different accents. He done Yardie, British.
Yo, wait, hold up.
That's how bad it was. Ray just like, I'm done.
Wait, I did that wrong. Ready? Yo, people, welcome. This is GamesRoom, season 3. This is the first episode 1. Let me introduce you to the team right here. First, my name is JJ, and my co-host to my left is King Boss.
Yo, welcome, people. This is the King Boss. That's it.
Then, right below King Boss, we have High Pitch Hyperson.
Yo, my people. Well, he said the name already, but I'll put the first one there for you, High Pitch Hypeson. That's all I got for you today.
And then following from there, we have LJ.
Yeah, man, it's Black Santa, also known as Kid LJ.
Happy Hanukkah, Santa.
Yes, thank you. Happy holidays to everyone. Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
And last but not least, we have Raymo, MC himself.
Yeah, no, my guys, the one and only. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let's get into this.
So as you know, we're all playing games this week. And one of the biggest games, and this was the game that people were most hyped about getting for the next-gen consoles. And people were most gassed, and they were saying, you know what, CyberPunk 2077. Now we are finally here. After the third time of being delayed, December 10th has passed and gone. And so far, we've seen nothing but bad reviews for the way the game looks. Not necessarily how the game is, but necessarily how the game looks and how it technically plays. So the story is not so bad. The game itself is not a bad game. What's your guys' thoughts right now? Was this what you expected?
Nah, it's an anticlimax, you know? But obviously, you said there's been nothing but bad reviews. I'd say I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. Definitely more negative than positive, though. So
it's bad reviews on how the game looks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've even like I said, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier who said it looks beautiful for him, and he's playing on an Xbox One X, I believe.
Okay.
So, like I said, there's been mixed reviews. I think he said he's only encountered one bug. So I don't know, like whatever patches they've released in the last 4 days might have fixed a whole lot, because I know since then the reviews have been more positive. But yeah, in terms of them starting developing this game in 2012 to be released at the end of 2020, and for them to release and encounter so many problems, it's unacceptable. The fact that they hid what it looked like on the base consoles, PS4 and the Xbox One, it's terrible of them. They got a lot of making up to do. In terms of gameplay and story, I heard it's top notch. So, I mean, I'm just waiting for them to fix whatever needs to be fixed so I can get into it myself personally.
You have to remember though, it's all about its strategy, it's marketing. So from their business perspective, they done what they needed to do. It got the sales. Then
But now they're giving
obviously
refunds.
exactly, we wasn't too happy with the outcome of it, or most people in it. Like my views are kind of mixed on it. So it's one of the games what I was looking forward to, but I wasn't as hyped as everyone else. So I kind of stayed out of it. It was kind of factors like from when it had Keanu Reeves, obviously my John Wick fans, my Matrix fans and stuff like that. So I wanted to play the game because I was picturing a good story, but then I didn't want to give it away for myself. So certain things I'm not like a lot of people nowadays will go to watch the whole gameplay before it releases and stuff. I kind of keep it away because I want to enjoy it. But because I'm playing so much on my platter right now, I said I wasn't going to get it at launch. I was going to wait, which ended up being a good thing because now I'm hearing all of these things, but also bad at first because it's like, that's what I've got to look forward to. They released something today. I don't know if everyone's seen on their site news, but it's just basically saying they're sorry for not giving enough information for people to make a firm decision on getting the game and purchase and whatnot, which I do respect them saying sorry. One thing I say, they done it on purpose though. Don't stray from it. You lot already know how Avengers game went. I won't even trash that in this video. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, I think the first patch is in January. So something to look forward to.
It's all good and well them saying sorry, but it's still a bit shady because they knew what they were doing by not showing it. You see the sales that they've got, I
feel like a lot of companies do that.
The sales that they've got are off the back of them not showing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's marketing. You know, they had to market themselves as a positive entity.
But you know how a lot of people are kind of getting at them. One thing I will say, they kind of, in a way, the new generation just started and things like that. So they wanted to capitalize and get money in and get all of this. They had to kind of compete. So they probably thought, we can't show things that will kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
I understand that, but look, I think JJ said at the start that the game has been delayed 3 times. I think we can all agree that it needed to be delayed again.
Yep. 100%.
I know from back in the day making music projects that once you put a date on things, it puts a lot of pressure on yourself. They could have easily delayed the game and said just until further notice. They didn't have to give a date. I mean, maybe the people at the top were pressuring the developers to give a date,
maybe,
which is what's led to this. But I mean, if we're talking about them capitalizing on the previous gen in terms of PS4 and Xbox One, they could have still kind of waited till next year to release, because if we look at the next Horizon that's coming out towards the end of next year, and it's still going to be on a PS4 anyway.
Exactly.
But you know, sorry, Ray, you know what I was saying when you said Horizon, what my point was, why I wasn't saying like to use it as an example, is because Horizon is the next part of something. So it's already got its fan base where this is a new game completely.
That's why they should have waited though.
That's why they should have waited.
Yeah, no, I agree with the waited.
8 million pre-orders, bro. They already knew. They already knew the anticipation. New IP or not. New IP or not. As far as they're concerned, like Ron said, these are the people that made The Witcher 3, one of the best games from the previous generation.
Yeah, easily.
Can't jump.
So it's
we're wrong there.
That's true. The superhuman soldier that cannot jump.
I thought I should throw that in there.
I mean, you can't jump in God of War neither, so but
and he's a god.
Kratos don't need to. You can fly.
I mean, you don't fly in that game, but anyway,
that's true.
Right.
So really and truly, I'm just thinking it's a developer's call. It has nothing to do with the consoles.
I feel like the developers may have neglected the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox.
They had to.
During this year, because
but they worked 7 years to make it.
That's what I'm saying. They've been making this since before the PS4 and Xbox One even came out.
It was even announced. Exactly.
That's what I think a lot of people are forgetting. Yeah,
but remember,
how is it so
they always develop it to work with PC over any other console. Because remember, this is more predominantly a PC game. It's not a console game. But they've put it on console, so they have neglected the development on the later consoles compared to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X,
which are basically PCs, by the way.
And even on those, there's still bugs, by the way.
Yeah.
No, but bugs and graphical glitches. Okay, it's still bugs, but the massive graphical difference in in the Xbox One X version or the Xbox One version versus the Xbox Series X version is night and day. You wouldn't see the two games side by side and think it's the same game.
But you reckon they went back after the PS5 and Xbox Series X launched and decided to redevelop the game with a bigger world?
Not redevelop.
No. It was already developed for the PC. So already the PlayStation 4 as well as the Xbox One was already going to be like a bad...
like a substandard version.
Yeah. It was always going to be bad, no matter what.
Yeah.
But obviously with the inclusion of the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, it made it much easier for them to kind of like, say, okay, it's similar to a PC, to the standard that their graphics cards can handle. Yeah. Let's keep pushing it with that. Because I feel like the patch isn't going to take too long to make, just because they have the PC version and they're just going to kind of like match some code with that to make it similar to that standard. But with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I don't know.
Especially the base Xbox One. I don't know how they get it to run on that thing.
I think they just made the wrong decision.
They made a bad call.
But I just feel like there's a lot of different moving parts that led them to that decision. I think, like I said, it could be higher ups.
I think it is higher ups.
It could be the fact that they've been developing this game for so long and delaying it so many times. It just got to a point where it's like, we have to release it. We know that it's not ready. They don't want to miss out, like I said, on that PS4, over 112 million consoles, 50 million Xboxes. They don't want to miss out on that.
Like, there's no point releasing a game for base consoles right now if you really... I mean, obviously you're going to anger some people that can't afford the consoles, fair enough.
I don't think they'd ever do that, though.
But I feel like it's a way to get people to really try and upgrade.
Majority of people that have last gen consoles, they don't have the Pro or the One X, so it'll be pointless them doing that.
I think they had to release it for the previous gen, so base consoles, Series S, PS4 Pro. But what I think they needed to do more is be realistic and be like, okay, this is not going to run at 1080 30 on this console because of how the world has been developed. Dropped it to 900p, worst case 720p, and make it playable. Because based on what I've seen, the videos I've looked at, I haven't played it myself, but it looks unplayable.
So I was going to say, though, all right, so there are some people that are still advocating online. And I was saying that, when they were mentioning, sometimes it's not always about, graphics, amazing graphics. Sometimes some people just want to play a game. So some people out there that really will play this game who won't even notice the fact that it drops to 15 frames and who will just...
that's because impossible. Some people just want to play the game, but some people really don't care about that.
15 frames, yo.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you reckon those people would actually 15, wake up?
I don't know about 15, but some people don't care about, like, you see the two screenshots I sent into the group the other day, literally night and day.
Yeah.
People don't care about that. It's a game, innit?
That's impossible.
Yeah, and also you're not comparing it to another console or PC. So when you're seeing those drastic changes, you're not like, oh crap, why doesn't my console run it like that? I'm looking at the game for where it is. So if it looks bad, it's going to look normal to me.
Exactly. Especially if you're not a purist, you don't know anything. Not that you don't know, but you just don't care. You shouldn't play the game.
Yeah.
See, is I need for certain things. You see, if I'm getting especially if I'm getting a game because of the storyline and things like that, then I need to see it good. It's like you wouldn't go cinema and then pay and see some little square box TV with a fat back. You wouldn't do it. It's like if it's a multiplayer game or shooting, you get a little blay. I still want to see things, but you get a blay. But if it's the story, I need to see those cinematics, everything. It's got to be up to a certain...
I agree, but that's us. Some people don't care.
One thing I will say, based on everything or whatever, for the people who have got it, if you're after a good story game or whatever, I would recommend just waiting for it, put it to the side, waiting to the patches, and then play it. I wouldn't really say it back because the price is still going to be the same, unless you're planning on getting it 7 years down the line, which,
no, really makes sense.
I'm just going to wait for the PS5 version.
Yeah, same.
And
all right, guys, signing out now. That was our thoughts on Cyberpunk. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button as well. Give us feedback. Let us know what you thought of the game if you have the game. Yeah. So
take care. Take care, guys.
Blessed love.
See ya.
One.